When All in the Family first hit television screens in 1971, it changed everything. Audiences had never seen anything like Archie and Edith Bunker, a working-class couple who argued, laughed, and loved in ways that felt startlingly real. Carroll O'Connor and Jean Stapleton brought those characters to life with such honesty that millions believed they were truly husband and wife. Their on-screen chemistry made them legends. But when Carroll O'Connor passed away in 2001, many fans were shocked to learn that Jean Stapleton, his beloved Edith, didn't attend his funeral. Rumors quickly spread and fans wondered, had their friendship faded, or was there a deeper reason behind her absence? To understand why Jean Stapleton wasn't at Carroll O'Connor's funeral, we have to look back at their remarkable, complicated relationship. One built on deep respect, creative tension, and profound personal differences. On screen, Archie Bunker was loud, opinionated, and often wrong, while Edith was gentle, patient, and full of heart. Off-screen, Carroll and Jean were just as different. Carroll was outspoken, politically passionate, and known for being intense on set. Jean, on the other hand, was private, spiritual, and almost shy when not performing. Despite their differences, they formed a partnership rooted in trust and mutual admiration. Jean often said Carroll was one of the finest actors she ever worked with, and Carroll credited Jean with giving All in the Family its soul. When the show ended in 1979, their careers went in separate directions. Carroll continued with the spin-off Archie Bunker's Place, but Jean declined to join. She felt Edith's story had come to a natural and emotional end. Killing off her character, something that broke fans' hearts, was Jean's way of preserving Edith's dignity. It wasn't a decision made lightly, and Carroll reportedly respected it, though it saddened him deeply. She gave up something special, he later said, but she did it for the right reasons. Still, their paths diverged from that moment forward. They remained friendly, but their lives were no longer intertwined the way they once were. By the time Carroll O'Connor passed away in June 2001, Jean had long stepped away from Hollywood's public life. She had retired quietly, choosing privacy over fame, and rarely made appearances. At the time of his funeral, she was already in her late 70s and dealing with serious health issues of her own. According to close friends, Jean was deeply saddened by Carroll's death, but physically unable to travel. Those who knew her say she grieved privately, lighting a candle and saying a prayer for the man she had spent nearly a decade working beside. She didn't need to be at the funeral to say goodbye, one friend said. Their bond went beyond that. Another factor behind her absence was how Jean viewed death and remembrance. She was known for her deep spirituality and quiet humility. In interviews, she often spoke about how she preferred to celebrate life, not mourn loss in public. "The spirit never leaves us," she once said. "We just change form." For her, paying respect wasn't about being seen. It was about remembering with gratitude. So while the cameras rolled at Carroll's memorial, Joan chose to honor him in her own private, heartfelt way. When Jean Stapleton herself passed away in 2013, fans reflected on her beautiful friendship with Carroll O'Connor. Though she wasn't at his funeral, her love and respect for him never faded. In her final interviews, she still referred to him as brilliant, complex, and one of a kind. She once said, "We gave each other something that only two actors in a lifetime might find: truth." In the end, Jean Stapleton's absence at Carroll O'Connor's funeral was not out of coldness or distance, but out of quiet respect. The kind that doesn't need an audience. She didn't need to stand at his graveside to honor him. She had already done so in the most powerful way imaginable. Through the years, they shared bringing Archie and Edith Bunker to life. Their laughter, arguments, and love will live forever, proof that even when the curtain falls, some partnerships never truly end.